Sziasztok, ez itt a videóplac, mint láthatjátok, folytatjuk tovább a mi kis csirkepoliszos kalandunkat. Szóval hát ugye a Chicken Police Paint It Red-del fogunk tovább játszani. Nem is húznám tovább az időt, hanem vágjunk és belefolytassuk az epikus történetünket. És amíg ezt megtesszük, addig ne feledkezzetek el feliratkozni a csatornára, ha még nem vagytok, illetve dobjatok egy lájkot, ha tetszett a videó. Nos, akkor folytatjuk. Meg is jöttünk a rendőrségre, ugye itt hagytuk abba. De ide visszafele, ide visszajöttünk, szóval nem itt járunk sztoriügyileg. Viszont a lényeg, hogy azért is időzzük itt egy kicsit. Próbáltam állítani a hangerőn, nagyjából korrigálni. Jelezzétek vissza, hogy most már jobb-e. Ugye eddig már sok hasznos tanácsot kaptam, úgymond. Nekem így játék közben nem egyértelmű, szóval én nyilván hallom a saját hangomat rendesen. És akkor azt mondja, hogy... Hát mondjuk talán... Egy nagyon picit ilyen általánosságban még lehet lejjebb hozni. Egy nagyon picit húztam lejjebb. Igyekezzünk a mértékkel csinálni ezeket a dolgokat, hogy ne legyen belőle az, hogy túlságosan el lett véve belőle valami. És ugye itt már nem megyek vissza, mert azért vagyunk kint. Azért vagyunk kint, mert ezt már megejtettük. Akkor már csak a cárklub van. Így, jól van. Az Atlas Hotelben már voltunk, a Hobdobban már voltunk. Marad a cárklub, vágjunk is neki.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Alright, as a Newsy as...
So this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville...
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for, okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Oké, érdemi lényeg, hogy... Ez még mindig nagyon jók. Még mindig nagyon jók ezek a beszélgetős részek. Viszont nem ezt akartam mondani, csak hirtelen ez ugrott be. Amit mondani szerettem volna, az az, hogy a zenét ezt néha hol hangos a zene, viszont az átvezető videók meg ezzel arányosan halkulnak. Ezért egy kicsit olyan furcsa. Nekem nehezemre esik egy kicsit dönteni, szóval segítsetek, légy szíves, hogy vállaljuk be egy kicsit a hangosabb zenét, és akkor a videók így nem lesznek olyan kicsit halkabbak, vagy pedig, mármint az átvezető videók nyilván nem amit én készítek, úgy értem. És akkor a zenék egy kicsit hangosak, kicsit úgy jobban kell fülelni az én beszédemre. Hát nem tudom, mondjuk szerintem annyira nem volt halk. Mindegy, ezt vitassuk meg a komment szekcióba. És akkor nézzük, hogy mi újság. Jól sejtettem, kiszúrtam egyből, itt áll a Louise. Nézzük a pósztert. Jó kis régies magyar Ocean, a pószter.
You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
The girls?
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering, like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
Márti egy kicsit lazábbat tolja. Na nézzük. Mindent meg akarok nézni, mielőtt bárkivel beszélgetni
One
kezdek.
day, neon signs will cover the whole world, I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No, it's just what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Pluck off, Sonny.
Ahhoz képest egy csomó helyről hogy kikoptak?
Huh, I like this.
Why is that?
I don't know. 'Cause it's moving, I guess.
You're a simple bird, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
Oké. The Clawville Chronicle, a város legeladottabb és legnévosabb lapja. Olyannyira nagy nevű, hogy a lapot Clawville határain kívül és nem csak a gyarmatokon is olvassák. Ez volt a lap, amely először hozott le cikket a két hős kakasról, azaz a csirkekopókról. A cikket Timothy Saltwater, az azóta már legendává vált sirály újságíró vetette papírra. Na, az király. Amúgy esküszöm tetszenek ezek az ilyen beszélgetések a két jelenet között. Kicsit ilyen... Annó a... Melyik sorozat is volt? A Supernatural-ben voltak ilyen megoldások, és kifejezetten jó voltak.
Look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Averia.
Of all that's furry. Whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
Na szóval, megint van egy dolog. Egy ország, melyet kizárólag madarak laknak, ugye ez a Averia, festői szépségű modern hely, amit egy demokratikus parlament irányít, határait két tenger mos, és gazdagsága főleg a légi közlekedésre, kereskedelemre, valamint a légi hadászatra épül. Az ország szinte minden más állammal meglehetősen semleges állásponton helyezkedik el, és ezt a nagy húsháború kivételével mindvégig megtartották az ismert történelemben. Oda akartak menni a Zips Caféban. Na nézzük.
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing.
Imádom ezeket a dialógusokat. Nézzük meg Louis-t.
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
Tudunk vele beszélni? Aha, tudunk most már.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner, but I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary chicken police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay then. Catch you later, pal.
Nem akartam kiadni, hogy mennyire sokat segít nekünk, meg nagy csodálója az egésznek, hogy Mártit ne ismerje meg. Na nézzük a kidobót.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in.
Kíváncsi vagyok, mi lesz a neve most már.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Nagyon durván udvarias volt. Kérdezzük meg. Hogy nem tudom, hogy kellene.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a...
Jó, ez már volt. Beszéljünk Louise-zal. Louise! Louise!
Look, Lewis. That bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No, 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 no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Hát ezt még egy állatvilágban sem mondanám oda egy hímnyúlnak. Érdekes, hogy ezekről lehet kérdezni. Kérdezzük
What can you tell
Katzenkorról.
me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Oké.
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to know. And?
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
Oké. A rendőrségi élményről nem kérdezek, megpróbálok egy kicsit ilyen trükkös maradni.
Sir, How'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Hayworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
L'argent, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
Oké, hát akkor let's go.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Oké.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
Esküszöm, nem tudom miért, de nekem Mártinak a stílusa sokkal jobban tetszik, bár bírom az öreget is, nem arról van szó, csak... Wow, milyen periféria van. Egy macska, mint verőlegény, szóval van egy ilyen érzésem, hogy... Rókacsóka, oké. Mozi plakát. Megnézzük mindet.
Another lupus movie. Jeez. Is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City? God, I'm still getting chicken bumps. But wait, who's that next to him?
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nah, never heard of her.
Cassandra Ruby Faye. Oh, gods, even her name makes me go weak in the knees.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me, just women and guns are my only weakness.
Huh, no shit.
Okay.
You think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
Soupy as...
Ooh, I've seen this. Hicks Poodle plays a private eye, hired to look for a woman, then gets into some kind of blackmail thing that's connected to the first case, and...
Hey, Marty?
What, yeah?
I don't give a shit.
Kicsit olyan feelingem van, mint hogyha egy ilyen misztorinkat mondta volna el.
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kinda good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Whoa, you remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yep, our very first date.
I see. What did you watch?
I don't remember. I just remember her, and nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
Oké. A verőlegény szerintem a kulcs lesz, szóval azt úgy kihagyom. Színpadot néztük már, a termetes bakot még nem. Csapos pincérnő. Nézzük a madarat, hát hogy ilyen madár szimpátiával
Hey,
megyünk
there's
valamire.
Filmar.
Who? Oh, yes. Filmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to. Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Phil Marlowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a feather pillow mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs, angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh boy.
And you?
Szerintem
Something
ugyanazon
like that.
dolgozunk.
Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Filmar.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
Woohoo.
Just one more thing, Filmar.
I see you haven't changed a bit.
Do you think we're walking into a trap? You always had good instincts.
You know, I couldn't figure out this Natasha woman, even when I worked for her.
Then the trouble is bigger than I thought.
Just take care of yourselves, and don't leave your guns out of reach.
Oh, that's never happened.
Yeah, this crazy cock even sleeps with his.
Welcome to the club, Brother Bird.
Take care, Phil.
You too, old
Brother Bird, szétadom. És köszönöm, tetszik ez az egész, minden, a dialógus meg ahogy kezelik a dolgokat. Nagyon jól ki vannak találva a karakterek. Egy másik hölgy van Ibönnel. Hello, Ibön. Értem, hogy egy nagy maffiózó vagy meg minden, de azért na.
Isn't that...
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great. That woman with Ibn, I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
Nem az egyik színésznő.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Hey, Monty, I bet you wouldn't dare to go up to him and ask if he hasn't seen your fur coat.
What? Why? I'm mad, yeah, but not suicidal.
Ah, are you chicken or what?
Piss off, old bird.
Nah, chicken shit.
Istenem.
A
Yeah, man,
fox is a
Hikaru.
wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
What
Okay.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
Csinos kis mókusokat stírjaink.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of tap water too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now. What?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods, you're right.
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it. So?
So we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah, well, more like stealing it.
Imádom
But
őket.
if it's easier for you.
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections. Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know? All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Kedves amúgy Marty, hogy erre is gondol.
Gentlemen, your drinks.
Yeah, sorry, but we have to run. Thanks anyway, Bojack.
Ugh, my name is not Bojack. I tip you, pal, but I don't have any change, so... Sure, sir. The Tsar welcomes you back anytime.
Sounds good, Bojack.
Istenem, a 2 tökröt, miért szívóznak a lóval?
Tell me, Hey Breath, have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir, but she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about, let's see, $5 maybe?
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose. You do your job, and we'll do ours, okay?
I mean, we're not here for work, of course. We're just here to relax.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
És mennyire jól hozzá ezt a flagman stílust a csapos. Hogy próbál tiszteletteljes maradni, de úgy, hogy mennyire kifejezi a dolgot, imádom.
Anything else, sirs?
No thanks, Mr. Ed. Keep up the good work.
A kincsem az nem egy híres... Ez nem egy híres magyar ló? Egy versenyló? És ezen gondolkozok.
Come to daddy, darling.
Calling booze darling, it's kind of weird, don't you think?
De durva, hogy
Says someone
ezekre
who
mind
calls his gun
reagálnak.
collection his harem.
Touché. I'll shut it.
Good birdie.
Jó, kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mire hogy reagál még.
I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now. Oh man, I totally get you.
Nem, többre nem ad be interakciót, csak az ilyen nagyon egyértelműekre. Semmi extra. Beszélni lehet vele.
The memories are returning.
Geez, just spare me the dirty details.
Oké, ez érdekes lehet.
The memories.
Jó, ennyire volt érdekes. Jó öreg Phil már úgy tűnik tud valami fontosat Natashával kapcsolatban, de addig nem beszél, amíg nem találkoztunk a nővel. Elég érdekes, idegesnek tűnt, szóval valami fontos lehet. Phil már lóv, sólyom, hím, ismertető jegye, egy tökéletesen átlagos fickónak tűnik, de régi jó barát Aviriából. Phil már, mert mostanság ezen az álnéven fut, régi harcos társ, még a Cloville előtti időkből. Ez egyik legjobb magánkapó a városban, és mint minden hozzá hasonló alaknak, neki is gyakran gyűlik meg a baja a törvénnyel. Mégis ő azon kevesek egyike, akikben még mindig meg lehet bízni Cloville-ben. Ez az igazság, hogy az egyetlen interakció, ami maradt, az... Ibn. El se lehet menni sehova?
Ironic, but ever since... Just try to act normal, as much as you can.
Yep, that's him. The big rat in the flesh.
Well, it looks like this unpleasant conversation can't be avoided.
Oké. Beszélgessünk.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken police. Your partner is, he is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter, but to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Baromi érdekesnek tartom, hogy már alapból fura volt, hogy a maffiavezérnek a barátnőjét így lehet zaklatni, de hogy ő maga is így áll hozzá, szóval szerintem az ilyen ibűnhöz kötött dolog.
The memories are returning.
Jeez, just...
Ja, hogy ugyanazt adja be. Próbáljunk csak egyszerűen
Don't be
beszélni
shy,
vele
detective.
megint.
Ask me anything.
All right, Mr. Wessler. Let's see.
Oké, nem lehet.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
Oké. Én kérdezni akarok?
Look, detective. If you want to know something, just...
All right, Mr. Wessler.
Oké, nem tudok vele így beszélni. Így.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Oké. Már mínuszból indulunk, király.
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Plusz 5. Teljesen logikusan reagál, és egyenlőre olyan nagyon semlegesen.
You seem a very busy man. May I ask what you do?
It's, uninteresting.
Would you elaborate?
I got a small share in the meat substitute business. If the new product works, maybe we can make your job easier.
You mean reduce predation in Clawville?
There are such plans. If you're interested, talk to Olivia, my assistant. She's an expert in what she does, unlike me.
Thank you. That's it for now.
Oké, ez plusz 10. Titkolózó, bizalmatlan és trükkös. Az öné a helyt, nem meg se kérdezem.
You're very taciturn, Mr. Wessler, though I've heard you're quite the speaker.
Look, I'll gladly talk to anyone about business, and even happier to talk about art. But I'm no fan of interrogation on a night out. Are you even on duty?
Sorry for any offense, Mr. Wessler. Let's talk about something else. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Mínusz 10, jó. Oké, lobbanékony, már ezt is megtudtuk.
Do you spend a lot of your time here?
That's a strange question, you know.
Humor me.
Of course I spend a lot of time here. I'm here every time Natasha performs. Sadly, it's getting rarer.
Is it compatible with your other businesses?
Huh? What? Writing threatening messages and hiding them?
I didn't say that.
You're sly for a foul, Featherland. But this ain't your territory, is it?
I guess not, Mr. Wessler.
Oké. Kis kerülővel kell menni, csak mennyire kicsivel.
Business going well, Mr. Wessler?
Depends on which one.
Real estate, catering, charity, protection, extortion, bribing cops, contraband.
Azt a szörnyű. Ez a lista.
Funny guy.
How are the casinos?
Fine, thank you. Gambling has always been a good business. Luck is expensive around here.
Damn, if only I knew that. I heard gambling was illegal.
And I've heard you're not on the force at the moment.
Then it seems we have a fair fight.
On uneven ground, Mr. Featherland. I'm not sure I'd stand on it for long, if I were you.
That was candid.
I try to be clear.
Oké, plusz 10, már pozitívba vagyunk, nem szabad elrontani.
Is everything all right between you and Natasha?
Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Understandable, I guess. Naturally, our relationship is stable and perfect. I'm the setting, she's the gemstone. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I rarely hear such poetry, but I understand exactly what you mean, Mr. Wessler.
So, you have your answer.
No recent friction?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It would make my job easier.
Yeah, it would only lead you astray. So be glad that I tell you no. No friction.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
Oké, érdekes, így tanít minket. Konkrétan is kíméletlennek lenni. Szerintem ez a
The mob boss
legdurvább.
and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally let some big secret slip out, huh?
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
Wow. Kicsit Ibönnek a karakter nagyon komoly amúgy. Elég profinak tűnik. Tehát nem véletlen maffia vezér ezek szerint. És eddig mintha tökéletesen átlátott volna mindenem, pedig még a jókat is. Szóval nem az, hogy elrontottam. Az elsőket elrontottam, de ugye a jó kis pluszpontosokat is tökéletesen átlátta.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. You're right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Igazi nyomozó király. Legendás csirkekopók visszatértek, baby, még kicsit kopottasan, de hamarosan újra a régi fényükben tündökölve. Szép munka. Azért durva, hogy hogy a első az jobban megizzasztott. Fontos nyom, Ibn megtett Ibn mindent megtett, hogy elkerülje a témát, amikor a fenyegetések kerültek szóba. Biztos, hogy többet tud, mint amit hajlandó volt elmondani. Egyetértek.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Sonny.
Olyan, mint hogyha neki énekelne konkrétan. Ami egyáltalán nincs kizárva.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin. But I was a cop. And a
Kakasunk
lifetime
nagyon
wouldn't be enough to
költői.
rid myself of what a woman like her hides under her makeup. Keep your distance, Sonny. Just keep your distance.
Kakasunk az nagyon költői.
You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very classy furniture.
Ibn likes me surrounded by elegant things, you know?
You're an elegant thing yourself, sweetheart.
Oh, that's charming. Thank you, detective.
Gee, that is a unique picture and kind of daring. I admit I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good memories. A precious old friend of mine. A most wonderful artist.
He's got an eye, that's for sure, considering his model.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
Okay.
I bet you spend a lot of your time staring into the mirror. Do you even recognize yourself?
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's a very good question.
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
Ki tudunk menni. Nézzük elsőnek a izéket. Még egy picit furcsa lehet, hogy én beletúrok egyből a könyvbe. Hál' Istennek nincs kidolgozva a játékba. Mondjuk az inventory benézést, azt kidolgozzák, szóval lehet, hogy megjegyzi. Oké, ez már volt. Olivia Blackwig. Nőstény, feltűnően magas és vékony egy varjúhoz képest, csendes és titokzatos. Olivia jelenleg Ibn Wessler asszisztense és kísérője. Megtudni, hogy vajon több is van-e a patkány úr és a varjú hölgy között, meglehetősen hasznos lehet. Ez már volt. Ibn mostanában valamiféle húspótló üzlettel foglalatoskodik, legalábbis az asszisztense állítása szerint. Ibn furcsán viselkedett és habozott, amikor azt hoztam szóba, hogy hogyan ismerkedtek meg Natasával. Érdemes lenne meghallgatni a történetet a másik oldalról is. Oké, erre majd rá kell. Nem? Így. Oké, ez is volt man. Valami befrissült, de hát nem tudom.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it. A rare and dangerous combination.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came. I feel like this may be a long night.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you. But if you'd rather be drinking...
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room. From the second you set foot in here, you started working, and everything I say gets sorted in your brain. Am I right?
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's something like that.
Well then, Sonny, come at me.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. With pleasure.
Okay.
Seriously, how did you find me? Not even my boss knows where I live.
Although I didn't include Ibn in my little private mission, some of his resources were still available to me.
Yeah, let me guess. There's someone at the station working for him.
Someone? You're so cute when you're playing naive.
Have you ever had dealings with the police?
Not in this city.
And otherwise?
Does it really matter, Mr. Featherland?
Maybe it does. More than a little.
I'm afraid you'll have to unravel that thread yourself. But you will find nothing but a dead end.
Hát, az egy neon felirat. Én meg itt nézem, hogy melyikükkel kapcsolgatja a lámpát.
Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. But I must be careful. Every part of her oozes danger. That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Do you perform here frequently? You're also the owner, if I'm not mistaken.
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name, and I perform just a few times a year, and always with a new song.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Tudja magáról a kisugárzását, és folyamatosan flörtöl, szóval nem tudom, hogy most... az elegáns ez a hely, és inkább őt kéne dicsérni.
The picture on the wall is quite daring.
Only if you knew how old I was at the time.
I think I'm on a slippery slope here.
Come on, don't be shy. Ask me.
All right. How old were you?
Did you really believe I'd tell you?
You're quite a player, aren't you?
Life is anything but a game, detective.
You tell me.
Pluszpontot kaptunk érte.
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me. No, I don't think it's one of them.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah, I see.
Oké. Ez annyira naív kérdésnek tűnik, hogy miért Debóra, kedves lány, de miért nem maga jött? Valószínűleg ez ilyen kinevetett kérdés lenne. Kérdezzünk rá!
This whole case stinks. What are you trying to make me do?
Don't disappoint me, Sonny. I thought we'd have a little fun before we got to the point.
I'm just a simple old cock, straight from the coop.
I sincerely hope that's not true, Detective.
Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate to finally find out what I want to know.
-50? Júj, ezt nagyon mellé lőttem.
What was in those threats, exactly?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So?
You really don't have any idea? which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes, I think I know what it could be.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall in giant red letters.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Oké.
No one's ever seen the culprit? Not even a shadow?
That's one of the most curious things. Ibn has men everywhere, literally, my shadows, ghosts in every alley. But no one saw anything.
One of them could be the culprit.
Ibn pays his animals well, and he's the most dangerous man in the city. A combination that nullifies your theory, I believe?
Maybe, ma'am. Love is capable of insane miracles and miraculous insanity.
What poetry. Did you ever think about writing a book?
Never. I'm afraid I'd learn too much about myself.
Maybe that's the point. I would read about you. Not like the chicken police pulp fiction.
Furry hell. Do you read that trash?
Like everyone else in the city.
Oh, great.
I think it's flattering, even as badly written tales of heroes in the gutter.
You enjoy it?
Well, just a little, Sonny. Just a little.
Oké, átmentünk pozitívba. Nem tudom, hogy erre mennyire lenne jó rákérdezni.
A dark shadow from the past, an ex-lover, a husband, maybe.
I'm surprised you asked that just now.
Well, I have my habits. Some call my methods peculiar.
What a curious way to put it.
I'm a curious kind of fellow. So?
I've never been married, and I don't really have any serious relationship before Hobart.
A more dangerous, not serious relationship, maybe?
I've never been with anyone long enough for them to hate me.
Love is just another face of hate.
So is hate a face of love, then?
I guess. Were you on the run?
No, Mr. Featherland. I came to Clawville with a clean slate, and I'd like to believe it will stay that way.
You mean as the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler, the biggest mob boss in Clawville? Yeah, good luck with that. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. Enough games. It's time to know why I'm here.
Okay.
Let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know Molly?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator or you're really that desperate.
I really know her. I'm not lying.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help me. That's what you're famous for.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Really?
I did. I knew. I checked you out before I sent Deborah.
Cluck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing.
Oké.
You played me from the start, didn't you?
It wasn't my intention.
I'm an old cock, Natasha. I've played too many of these games, and I've been on the losing side often enough.
So, you're going to walk away?
You're damn right. I don't know if it's worth it for me.
Look, Sonny, money's not an issue.
Oh yeah, your fawn had already mentioned that. But unfortunately, it'll be hard to spend all that dough when I'm dead.
Dead? Don't even say that.
Do you have a gun?
Me?
Of course you, Natasha. Do you have it on you?
Not at the moment.
Well, let me give you some advice. Keep it with you, always. Maybe in your purse.
You don't think they, whoever they are, would hurt me?
Don't be naive, Natasha.
You're right. I'll keep it with me.
I don't want to scare you, but 2 cops snooping around can mess something like this up, even if it's just 2 roosters.
You'll keep snooping? Thank you, Sonny.
Maybe you're getting yourself into even deeper trouble with me. Thank me when this is all over.
Na igen, megkaptuk a komoly zsarut, de... De hát no. Így kell ezt csinálni, nem tökéletes, de még mindig benned van, ami kell ehhez a melóhoz, azért a vénkakas még tud 1-2 trükköt, igaz-e? Fenyegető üzenet, vagy pontosabban fenyegető szó, amit Natasának küldtek, gyomorba vágóan egyszerű, kurva rövid, de annál sokat mondó. Hát, annyira kíváncsi lennék, hogy ezt hogyan lehet a legjobban kihozni, de nem szeretném igazából, mert akkor nem lenne értelme, mert mindig, ha már tudjuk, hogy mi van, és akkor visszatöltjük.
Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there? Why not here and now?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep secrets from?
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha, you know...
Please, this is very important to me.
Sure, I get it. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Ezekre még megkérdezem.
So, who's this Olivia bird?
I know well what you're curious about. You want to know if she's sleeping with Ibn.
The thought may have crossed my mind.
You men. But guess what? Maybe she does.
You don't care?
As long as he loves me, I don't.
Well, that's your business. What do you know about her?
She's not the one threatening me. You can be sure of that. I know that was your next thought. The lovesick assistant is jealous of the boss's girlfriend and wants to flick her out of the picture. It would even stand up, but Olivia doesn't have feelings. If she let Ibn sleep with her, it's because she does what he says, nothing more.
That was so honest and raw, I'm inclined to believe it.
Wow, tényleg?
So this message...
I'm sorry I had to upset you, Sonny, but if I didn't take that step, would we be talking here right now?
Well, probably I'd be dead drunk and counting sheepmen in my dreams.
I'm good for you, you see?
Yeah, you're a real angel.
Oké. Gyorsan rákukkantok a felvő programra, mert azt elfelejtettem már az elején, és általában ilyenkor mindig csúnya meglepetés ér, de hál' Istennek minden okés. Kérdezzük Deborahról.
Why, Deborah?
I could not seek you out in person. It was risky even to send Debbie.
It's too late now. Mr. Wessler is aware of my little investigation.
I'm sorry I got her mixed up in this. She's a lovely girl.
She looked like one.
Oké, kérdezzük
Why just
Mártiról.
me? What's wrong with my partner?
Nothing in the world. I just like to be discreet. I wanted to talk to you in private because of Molly.
Thank you for your discretion. It means a lot.
Don't mention it.
Ó, hogy gondolt mindenre.
Why did you name it the Tsar Club when you took over? It was the Millions before.
Maybe you can guess my origins from my name and my accent. I come from the eastern Tsardom of Slavonia. We are quite respectful of our leaders.
You feel that's not the case here in Clawville?
Here? No. Absolutely not, Mr. Featherland. Many here don't even know the name of their king. To them, he's only the Fox King. It's quite disrespectful and rude.
There's some truth to that.
Where I'm from, we choose our leaders ourselves, and whatever they do later, we proudly stand by our decision.
So that's why the name, in respect to your country.
Don't take me for so sentimental. It's only partly the reason. We lived there until I was 14. Then we had to flee. It doesn't matter why. In the end, I was the only one who made it to Clawville. So the name isn't because of nostalgia or respect. More like a reminder.
Kérdezzük Ibnről.
May I be brash?
It's New Year's Eve. Everything goes tonight.
Ibn, do you love him?
In my own way, yes, I do.
Whatever that means.
You can't understand this, Sonny. There are women who can't actually love. Not like they're supposed to. But that doesn't mean they don't love however they can.
That's not a real answer, is it?
If you only accept yes or no, then yes, I love him.
Do you have a light, Natasha?
I'm sorry. I've never smoked.
Really? That's very uncommon in your line of work.
It was uncommon in all my previous lines of work, too. But I promise the next time we meet, I'll bring you a box of matches.
Nem fogok erre figyelni.
I might take you up on that.
No trouble at all.
Na jó van. Menjünk. Kíváncsi vagyok, hogyha még egyszer megnézek a képet, akkor...
This woman's aware of her charm.
Nem.
So this is where the magic happens, right? The big transformation.
Every woman needs a little magic. And
You're right there, Angel.
Így. Na menjünk is.
Well?
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the car?
I was bored to tears, Sonny. I also thought maybe something happened to you.
You thought Natasha had eaten me alive, huh?
Well, who knows? You're such a fragile little thing.
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty. I meant you.
Oh.
Ez gonosz volt.
So, have you talked to Natasha?
In fact, yes. She was, kind of mysterious.
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before. Not voluntarily, anyway. But that woman...
You're, too old for this shit, huh?
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this and examine it closely.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case, maybe it goes deeper than you'd think.
Oh, that makes my feathers stand on end.
Ah, old croakers. You're safe while I'm here. Okay, okay, I didn't say anything.
Kérdezzük ki.
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow. Nobody knows anything about her.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her. Anyway, the pussycat would have already torn her to shreds.
Could be.
Nézzük a hétvégi házra.
So, Natasha invited us to her weekend house.
That's either very good news or very bad news.
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that. Most of the time, I think that's all he's got.
Hey.
Wonderful girl. Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
That's funny, I swear I've heard that before.
Huh, to be honest, me too. The truth
Well,
is,
Badro?
Ibn's a dirty bastard, but he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild love.
Who knows? Animals commit the dirtiest of deeds for wild love.
You've got a point.
Oké, menjünk
Take care of
szerintem.
yourself, old bird.
You're one to talk.
Ibn már nincs itt.
Oh, it's you. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler? And how close am I to him?
you don't beat around the bush, ma'am.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to beat around the bush. And no, I'm not sleeping with Mr. Wessler.
Well, thanks for the quick and straight answer.
Anything else?
Oké. Tudunk beszélni a verőlegénnyel?
Excuse me, pal. My name is Santino Featherland.
Gabriel, what do you want, chickens?
Do you happen to know where Mr. Wessler went?
Do you take me for a fool? Get out of here while I'm in a good mood, birds.
Okay. Thanks, big boy.
Agresszív. Hol tudok kimenni? Meg kell nézni szerintem a cuccot, amit kaptunk.
We stepped into it, didn't we? Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, shut up, Marty.
Az úgy korrekt. Na nézzük a helyszíneket. A Hopdogba tudunk menni, a Clovelly rendőrfőkapitányságra. Érdekesek ezek a helyszínek. A Hopdogba megyünk. Talán Zippy? Zippy fog tudni nekünk segíteni. Most egyenlőre csak oda megyünk így az event kedvéért.
Ooh, a nice cup of coffee a la Zip, huh?
We're not here for the coffee, Marty. Zip always knows more than what he lets on. It'd be worth interrogating the old trash panda.
If he forgave us for wrecking his joint last time.
He'll never forgive us, Marty, but we helped him out of trouble so many times, he's not gonna have any choice.
I hope you're right, old bird.
Pontosan. Sunnyman tudja, mit szeretnék. Viszont eléggé elhúzzuk már ezt a részt, és hát ugye a kommentekre is várni kell, hogy a visszajelzésekkel kapcsolatban, hogy szerintetek hogy alakult, mit gondoltok erről az egészről, illetve ugye még a beállítások téma. Hát légy szíves, akkor segítsetek nekem, és a komment szekcióban ezt jelezzétek vissza, illetve hogyha kérdésetek vagy tanácsotok van, igyekszek majd mindenre válaszolni. Ha nem vagytok, akkor még iratkozzatok fel a csatornára, hogy ne maradjatok le a következő részről, illetve dobjatok egy lájkot, ha tetszett a videó, és essünk neki legközelebb közösen Zipnek. Nézzük meg, mi újság, ugye Zip kávézója, de a másik szemszögből. Köszönöm, hogy velem tartottatok, remélem jól éreztétek magatokat, viszlát srácok, sziasztok!